Hey, Luke. How's it going? I'm not hungover for once.
Are you sure about that?
I'm very much asleep, so it's going to be a quiet reaction video. Well, with Australia versus Ireland in the AFLW. Because, there's a lot of AFL potential in Ireland with the Gaelic football and all that, so I think they're trying to merge it with the women's, which is pretty cool. So we got a lot of Australian players representing both sides. Where's my headphones? So let's get into it. And I'm representing the girls.
So national pride on the line. Scholes in the ruck. And look at that from midfield. Garner, Prasparkas and Riddell. And up she goes against O'Dowd. Gives it straight to Prasparkas. Straight down the throat. Over to Garner. Missed the target. Bouncing ball inside 50. Getting there was O'Dowd. Little ball flicked out the side. Stripped of it was Ella Roberts. And now they pile in on top of each other. Well done by Ash McCarthy. Goes to the wing. Clears the pack. This is Cordner waiting at the back. Plenty of height in that way, and Conway reads it best over a Brisbane teammate, Ola O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer, the captain. And that's a great grab. Taking it was Garner with her big mitch. She's going to send it right to the top of the square. This is danger, danger territory, but a brilliant spoil. And knocked away by Cronin.
Really well watched there. Just didn't overcommit to the contest. Knew what was coming in. There's no space out there. North Sydney is very short and it's really narrow. They're going to have to be inventive.
The long kick out is going to be a turnover, so Australia will get another look here through Gay, who centres the kick into the corridor. Well done coming across and bringing it to ground was Fitzpatrick. Garner working hard to win it back for Australia. Hands it off to Morrison, a little fumble. Now she's bumped off it by McDonough. She's going to look McDonough. There's a whistle on play. Free kick going Australia's way for a throw. Looks like it'll be Mon Conti to take the free kick. The Richmond superstar.
Good Tigers player.
Test her range. She's looking for options. She wants to hand it off instead. Gives it to McKenzie. Good pressure on the mark. Sends it into the pocket. It's going to roll out of play and be thrown in.
A little interesting interaction between Kearns and Talia Randall in the goal square as that was unfolding. There may have been a little elbow from Randall, and Kearns certainly didn't appreciate that.
You love to see it early, don't you, Loz?
Why not? It's an international game. Let's go.
Spectacular side. Sell out. North Sydney Oval. And it's Randall in the ruck. She goes up against it, against O'Dowd. Hurried kick out of there, but it's going to land to Morrison. She wants to move it quickly, pokes it into the pocket. Uncontested mark taken by Zippy Fish. The rising star from last year, and she might have the first set shot of the afternoon, Zippy. That right leg heavily strapped. She's been battling a knee injury in the pre-season. But Fish, the West Australian, it's straight through.
That was a good fucking
and the opener goes to Zippy. Zippy Fish, the best name in Australian sport.
First good game, fucking Australia.
Well, it was almost a year ago that we saw her make her debut on this very ground. She had 26 disposals, of course, equalled the record for the most number of disposals on debut. She's an amazing player, beautiful talent that's come out of WA, just knows where to be, knows how to use the ball, and Loz, she knows how to celebrate as well. I love that she had some teammates encouraging her to go back, because there's been some loose checking from the Irish in this forward 50 for Australia, and already a little glimpse into how Australia are trying to control the ball as well, that short kick mark game, but excellent finish from a second-year player.
What an incredible story Zippy Fish is, only making her AFL debut last season, the Rising Star winner. She is kicking the first goal for Australia. There's been an injury cloud over her during the week. From the restart, O'Dwyer sends it forward for the Irish. Back with a flight. A good mark by Gay. As Conway short, elects to send it further afield. It's a good aggressive kick into the middle. Garner crashes into Kearns, but strong enough to take the grab. She looks on early, Garner. Sends Australia forward. Deep into attack. It was knocked away from Randall. Hoare also lurking. Now it gets out. And the Irish can clear to a contest on the wing. Scholes had a good piece of that, just couldn't complete the mark in the end. They scrap for it on the wing. Hurry kick forward from Gay. Bounces over the top. Randall with time and space. Hooks it around the corner perfectly. Australia with the first 2 goals.
What an incredible finish by Talia Randall. That snap around the body, I'm actually going to say she was trying to pass that footy. She saw Ella Roberts in the goal square all by herself. But that's first class from Talia Randall. And again, the importance of the tall bodies for Australia. Matilda Scholes getting to that long kick down the line in the exit from the Irish. Good luck getting through that brick wall that Matilda Scholes is already creating for Australia. And those quick entries are going to be really challenging for the Irish to defend.
And already Australia looks like they're a little bit better organised behind the footy there, Loz. Every time Ireland's tried to go forward, just set up really nicely. The Aussies behind the ball and just playing with a little bit more system at the moment. The Irish just being hurried by the Aussies.
Cronin into the ruck here. She's easily beaten by Scholes. Oh, they're giving go.
Oh, the fend off.
Matilda. She's not waltzing through. She's barging through. And it will be a free kick.
That's the only thing I've liked Kelly. I know what fucking saying.
Hey, there might be a few
I really
today.
like.
Oh,
I like her as commentator.
Gold Coast captain
Well, I did like
tried to
that
get
one.
it. Matilda might get on the end of this one. Handballs it out wide. Here's a chance. Aussies going forward again. Strong to Conti. And Horse should snap the
No,
goal.
that's touched.
She does.
Oh, that was touched.
It's green and gold, gold, gold for Australia. Bang, bang, bang. Goal, goal, goal. And they are up and about.
Wow, the physical presence, Shiloh, from the Australians is incredible, and you just wonder for the Irish if they can win a little bit of contested possession at centre ball up here. Maybe they get their handball game going, the chain handball, and try and break through the physicality of Australia.
Love that by the Aussies, but it's really interesting because the weapons that Jazz Garner spoke about, let's use our weapons, but the Irish's weapons, the ability to run, to create, to open space, it's the Aussies that are doing that at the moment, really offensive, forward of the footy running, and they're looking for each other. The Irish girls just lagging behind a little bit.
Strong with the tap down of Prasparkas, left the footy behind. In comes Hanks, clean, off to Riddell on the left. The Aussies search forward again, bounce at the feet of Scholes. O'Shea is there to hand it off to Kelly for the Irish. Handball over the top. Can they get some run going? O'Shea on the end of it. That's what they're known for, the Irish. Sends it down the line. The kick didn't quite hit the target, but it might work out. It gets out the back to Martin. Gets a handball away. It's been chopped off by Conan. One of the late inclusions for the Australia squad today. And with
that would have been a good escape for the
locks
handball if she
things
got that.
Love that chain handball. That's exactly what I was talking about. Run at the game, the Irish, and catch those Aussies off guard.
So there's no Irish in the ruck here.
He was
just
rock.
bangs it
Yeah.
forward.
He was rocking that.
It should sit for Kelly. It does. Her sister Grace ruled out with a hamstring injury. Another turnover. Hodder's involved. But the Irish are there. Finn couldn't find the target. Hank.
They know we're lagging. Why are we lagging? Yeah, they played this yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was at the Women's NRL Magic Round, which was pretty good. I can't get today.
And then to Conti. Kick was ricocheted the way of Kelly. Draws the defender, gives it over the top to Ronnie Fitzpatrick. Here's a chance. Vicky Wall. Over it goes again. Hurried kick by herself. Is Lahim Bogue in the pocket.
First attempt, pushing and goal.
That's better movement
See if they
from
get
the
it.
Irish team.
And what we just saw there was a running pattern and a style of football that we see in the Gaelic game, and I think we'll see once they get used to playing alongside of each other, we might see some of that, I guess, default muscle memory come back. But that was beautiful running carry through the middle of the ground.
Breakout star in her first year of AFLW last year. She finished with 25 goals and a premiership to get the Irish on the board.
First goal of the game for the Irish.
Incredible
See how many more
run
they
from
get.
the Irish, and that's the way to put the Australians on the back foot. There's no stopping the Irish girls once they get up and going. I don't mind the risk that Conti took trying to find a mark, but the run in the support run here from Vicky Wall, unselfish, physical presence, and we could see some Australian jumpers chasing a bit of footy there and getting caught too high up as defenders, and that's the goal the Irish absolutely needed.
And that's a danger, isn't it, for the Aussies now? They've put a few goals on the board really early. This is going to be easy. We'll just press up the ground. And the Irish have said, thanks very much. We're going to spank you on the return.
Clara Fitzpatrick's moved into the ruck here for the Irish. Aaron Fitzpatrick as well as Markin Prasparkas. Strong, beautiful tap down at Marinoff. Run straight to Fitzpatrick holding the ball. And they want to take the advantage and take off. They surge
She's
forward,
awful
the
as shit.
Irish. The chain of hand passes ends with Dooley. They've got another one on the board. That's more
This is going to be some
like it.
good footy.
Well, you've got to love this style of footy, Shiloh. It's they did promise the Irish. They promised that they would run at the game. They promised chaos. They promised we'd see a different version of AFLW than what we've seen before. And this ability to square up, that we know a lot about the Irish pride and the passion for their country, but the ability to bounce back after having the first 3 goals kicked against them is high resilience, and we know that's a hallmark of Ireland.
Just the vision there, the lateral vision to be able to know where each other are ahead of the game. You know, they've got 2 game plans they can work to, and one is the Gaelic one and one is the Aussie one. The Aussies have got one, so they've got some extra arsenal there, the Irish.
Key defender Fitzpatrick, Clara Fitzpatrick in the ruck now, so they've been so dominant so far, the Aussies. Strong's going to ruck it straight down to herself. Gave it off. She was brought down in a brilliant tackle, though. It was Marinoff that was caught in there. And the question's been asked by Ron Fitzpatrick. There's 2 Fitzpatricks, 2 McCarthys. Wouldn't expect anything else from this all-Ireland side. Prasparkas reads it best off hands. She's caught in a 3-person tackle, and now Ebony can't break clear.
You just see the Irish wingers, Ola O'Dwyer in particular, they're trying to squeeze the Aussies in at stoppage and bring numbers up, which is leaving Brie Conan spare behind this stoppage.
Strom into space. It'll sit for Ronnie Fitzpatrick. Was it a clear handball? No, it wasn't. It'll come back.
It's a pretty fucking sold out crowd. Holy crap.
The Cats star player. She sends a wobbler in the direction it was of Ella Roberts. Gain under the pump here.
Ooh,
good little hip
bump
and shoulder
off.
applied by Hanks. This time McCarthy's got it, sends it out wide. Will it sit for Fitzpatrick? It does. She's a speedster. Morrison catches her, brings her down. Now the Aussies have got it through Ella Roberts.
Good mark.
Calls for a bit of calm. Checks the kick to Hodder. Outstanding from Roberts.
Threaded the needle there with the smallest player on the field. Hodder, 2 grabs at it. Just never took her eye off it. So strong up forward.
The left foot from Charlie Thomas under pressure as well to set this play up was exceptional, and a reason why she's in this game. What a star.
Courtney Hodder, she's won a Goal of the Year award in the AFLW, Mark of the Year as well. All-Australian last year. Sends the kick on its way, and it just doesn't hold its line.
Herself a new goal-kicking routine in the off-season.
Oh shit, she gave it hot.
It's just killed over the line by T. Smith.
That's the tricky part, Kel. Sorry, just the you
she's
don't
got
really
prison
want to go
tats.
long to Strom or Scholl, so the short kick is the dangerous one, but it might be the only option at this point for Ireland on kicking.
Lauren Arnell, former Port Adelaide coach, alongside Shiloh Curtis, Jess Webster, Kelly Underwood in commentary. Got Lauren Wood and Taylor Smith on the boundary for us this afternoon. This historic clash. The Irish get it to halfway mark before Harriet Cordner, the Blues defender, is able to chop it off. She sends it back into attack. It sits up here for Ella Roberts. Great spoil by Jen Dunn, the Brisbane Lions premiership player. Trying to get it with Strom. Dunn's got it. She gets the handball away. Wall's involved. That's Vicky Wall. Does it sit here for Ash McCarthy? She does break the tackle.
Oh, that was a
kick
bit of a
though
shocking kick.
ricochets in the direction of O'Shea, and a couple of Aussies wrap her up.
Fucking Kangaroos
that
players
push
get
and shove,
punished.
Vicky Wall.
Oh yeah, get some attitude in. Show that
Toe to
fucking
toe
Aussie
with Maddie
spirit.
Gay. Push and shove.
Slightly more acceptable if it's not a North Melbourne teammate.
Thanks. Squeezes a little kick forward. Big ball to one. O'Shea attacked it hard. Sends it inside forward 50 for Ireland. And one-on-one, it's going to bounce in front of Paris McCarthy. That's Thomas to contend with. McCarthy was caught. The tackle wasn't rewarded. It goes out of play. And it will be a
Fuck, look at her go.
last touch. Free kick.
That's the
Erica
passion of footy.
O'Shea's been super for Ireland so far. The 4 disposals, 3 contested possessions, leading the way in that element for her country.
So it will be a last disposal free kick to Australia in front of the packed hill at North Sydney Oval. Smith bombs it to a contest down the line. Dwyer gets there first, goes to ground. That's out of bounds on the foot. And Ireland can reset at half-back.
And inside 50 so far, 10-5 going Australia's way, but doesn't feel like that. Ireland really have found their groove after those opening few minutes.
Geelong's defender, Rachel Kearns, with this kick straight to Strong.
Oh.
The ruck.
Okay, she got that.
Fremantle. And the little give. And they go Mackenzie.
Oh, that was a beautiful kick
Bodies
though.
on the line. Here's a chance.
Spoiled.
Oh, she sells the dummy, runs into trouble. Thinking about it, caught by Roberts, picked up by Hanks. Hits the post.
That's unlucky. That was a fucking good footy right there.
Matilda Scholes throwing her strength and size around, which we love in this contest. And Tyler Hanks, an absolute hallmark of her game, which allows her to be one of the very best mids in this competition, is how clean she is at ground level and so close to finishing that goal.
Jen Dunn to send it long to the outer side. Some bodywork done by McDonough. Couldn't come down with the grabber. She's going to receive the hand pass here. There's a free kick whistle on play. It's Australia's free kick as McDonough was streaming inside forward 50. The best and fairest winner in All-Australian from Hawthorn last season. Hanks shoots the kick out wide to Marinoff. Genuine superstars of the AFLW. Sends Australia into attack. O'Dwyer up against Hoare. Close to the boundary line. O'Dwyer give it off to Boyle Carr. It's close to the line and it's going to be thrown back in.
Just notice here, the Irish took the first 5-6 minutes of the game to settle in defensively and pick up the speed of the game, which is a bit of a surprise, but now very close checking 1v1, which in a rep game, it's probably the easiest way to go as a coach perspective is just go 1v1 and make it simple for the players.
So Schultz in front position, straight down to Lally. Marinoff lays a tackle. And that'll be holding the ball. So it'll be a free kick going to Ebony. One of the best tacklers in the game, the Adelaide Crows captain. One of 7 captains for the Australian team. She's going to go home. It's touched on the line.
Fuck, that would have been good if it wasn't touched. Holy crap.
Australia with the first 3 goals of the match. Ireland have hit back with the last 2. Dunn measures the kick nicely to Ashley McCarthy. Now to O'Dwyer in the back 50. As Ireland's premiership star, as her teammate Sophie Conway stands the mark. What feedback Sophie's giving her at the moment. Long kick to a contest. Scholes out the back. Hand pass.
She just elbowed into her fucking face.
McLaughlin, McCarthy. They're under pressure, the Irish. Kearns. Off to O'Dwyer. What can she do on the left? Sends it down the line. Oh, big contest. Great commitment from all players. Bogue.
That was really kick of danger. That was really kick of danger.
The hand pass. Was she infringed? There's a free kick for a legging, and it will be an Ireland free kick.
It was an exceptional contest from Blahim Bogue. Her ability to bring the ball to ground against Talia Gillard, who's significantly taller. Great play.
Kicked Ireland's first goal a few minutes ago. This time she's looking to pass it off. The North Melbourne premiership player. Long to the teeth of goal. Australia with the numbers. Didn't quite kill it in the end. Live ball at the top of the square. Riddell is fighting for it for Australia over the top on McCarthy. And we're going to get a ball up.
We're starting to see elements of the Irish game. They're really keen to move the ball forward by hand or little toe poke forward, knowing they've got teammates around the contest.
McDonough in the ruck, but it goes to Riddell, the dunk kick. And it pays off. Randall sends it to centre half back, and a well-weighted mark taken by Mackenzie. Gives it off Birch. Puts it out in front. Here's Garner. Overruns it. Comes back. Sarah Rowe with a dinky kick to the outer wing. Garner. Loose ball. They sort of all left it there, the Irish, for someone else to pick up. Kate Hoare attacks it. Breaks 1, breaks 2. Handball over the top. This is going to be hard for Jazzy. She needs to beat about 5. And she couldn't. She can do everything but just about that. And McCarthy with the kick has been picked off by the Aussies.
Thomas sends it into the pocket for Australia. Conway the target. Now some work to do at ground level, loses her feet. Plenty of numbers around this, and the umpire will come in and sort it all out.
Really impressive spoiling work by the Irish. Across the whole ground, they've worked really hard. The Australians aren't able to take any easy, uncontested marks at the moment.
Randall with a tap, close to the line. Conti tries to keep it alive. She does so in the end. That didn't go out. Riddell caught by a couple of Irish. Brought to a halt.
Ash McCarthy leading the way with disposals for Ireland is really their only main mid. 7 so far.
And they get a defensive stop here, the Irish. Big stoppage, fired out the side.
No! Stop fucking lagging. Okay, wouldn't do this to me.
No one can pick it up. Hanks busy. Right up against the line. It's handballed up into the air by Garner. Still alive footy. Conti falls over. Set upon was Hoare. And this time, McCarthy gets it out. O'Dowd, Ailish O'Dowd, the Giants truck. And Sophie Conway, plenty of experience. Took time, All-Australian on the wing. Sends it to the hot spot. It ricochets the way of Kate Hoare on the outside of the boot. Chloe Malloy.
I tell you what, guys, there was a lot of competition among these two teams when it came to the crowd, who was going to outnumber who. It's feeling a little bit like here at ground level, it might just be the Irish. When they got that run on with a couple of goals, they were in full voice here in the crowd. A lot of county flags flying. Conditions really couldn't be better down here. A little chill in the air, but still as a mill pond, we've been lucky.
Thank you, Loz. It's Rowe up against Hanks. Fires out a hand pass to...
Oh my god. Well, you're doing this to me now.
Dwyer steps around Riddell and sends it down the line. Fitzpatrick worked away to front position on Birch. Birch, though, did well to handle the footy. Hands it to Strom. And now Thomas. And kick out wide is a good one to find Marinoff. It's called to play on. We'll have to move it to half forward. Strong hands from Boy. Can turn and go. Sends it to full forward. Garner! Oh, another big collision. Great to see the bodies on the line. No player taking a backward step out there at the moment. Another touch from McCarthy, but it's a turnover straight into the lap. One of the best players in the AFLW in Ash Riddell.
This has been the most difficult part for Ireland. The time in front half for Australia has been significant. And just the work rate from the Irish to get numbers to the contest has been great, but it leaves them completely outnumbered when they do an exit dump kick like that.
Five-time All-Australian in the league's best player last year. Ash
leg.
Riddell can't make the most of her opportunity.
Didn't make it, but what a leg.
And yeah, you're right there, Loz. There's just lots of numbers, and their closing speed, the pace of the Irish players is something really special. But it allows them to get numbers at the contest. But as you said, on that rebound, often been found outnumbered.
Free kick going the way of the Aussies, and Riddell will take it. So there were danger signs early as Australia kicked the first three majors, but the Irish hit back with the next
first
two,
quarter so far.
and the margin is 12 points at quarter time. The men first played Australia-Ireland in 90.
Running at them because we know how insanely fit the Irish crew are, and I think Australia just need to settle a little bit. They're almost overdoing sharing the ball.
Australia by 12 points at quarter time as we get the second underway. It's Cronin up against Scholes and Rock, who wins the tag.
Oh, second quarter's already started.
Had a little bit of a fumble.
This is a replay, so maybe they just skipped the
Garner. She's tackled
fucking
by McLaughlin.
break.
Balls gets out to the wing. Fitzpatrick. Kick to the advantage of McCarthy. Didn't quite get the kind bounce. Birch is right there with her. McCarthy. Now Fitzpatrick continue to run. Birch, she's turned it over to Kelly.
Shit.
Dance around Riddell.
Fucking breaking ankles.
Inside forward 50. Bowed the target over her head. And Finn kept on running. Maloney back to Bogue.
Oh, crap. That was good footy. Well, that's not way to start a fucking quarter. Holy shit.
Well, that was awesome work there, wasn't it? Just the work, just being able to put the football in front of their teammates, knowing they've got the speed and pace to be able to get the ball into the space needed. But for me, it was Maloney, that little touch there. She doesn't need much time. She's probably the cleanest of all the Irish players. And just that little give just bought her teammates some time for a wonderful finish in front of goal.
Lauren Woods on the boundary. Loz.
I had an ear on Darren Crocker's address at quarter time, team. He's got to make this Irish team defend. That's what he has told his players. They can't let them get out pretty much exactly like they just did and produce that Irish speed. So the Aussies have been told they've got to lock them down.
Vicky Wall getting stuck into Georgie Prasparkas at this stoppage. We knew that was coming.
Cronin giving away a few centimetres against Schultz. Schultz in the air and at ground level to Garner. Shoved in the back, gets it back to Maddie Gay. Kicks down into the forward 50.
Good intercept.
And it's a well-timed mark by Dana Finn. Couldn't quite hit up her teammates. Going to come back in quickly. Garner again. Prasparkas. There's loose Aussie players everywhere.
Parks, get the ball down the field, girls.
Malloy. She's caught.
Kind of running around the circles of it.
Flares it out wide. Morrison, short.
Okay, good. This is next.
Is Randall.
Genuine class there from Monconti. And again, to explain my point earlier a little bit further, when you've got names like Conti, Garner, Kate Hall,
Good ball handling though. That's what
Matilda
it was.
Scholes, Georgie Prasparkas asking for the footy, you want to share the ball and give it to them. And I think the Australians will do well to settle a little bit more and trust themselves with the decisions they're making with the footy, which Conti did.
Kicked 82 goals in her 105 games in the AFLW, and she's got her second.
So you
And
know
they
it.
skip out to a 12-point
Textbook.
lead again.
Well, that worked there by the Australian. Just spoke there, Loz,
Ah, fuck off.
about all those names coming through there. It ends up in the hands of Nina Morrison, of course, a late call-up into this team. But Randall sat there for ages, unmarked, and she knew exactly what was ahead of her. And they were just trying to get it forward one more, get release one, themselves from one more Irish player. Finally found some space, but Morrison knew that was coming, knew she was just waiting on the end of it, got the ball, and Randall just sat there all on her own for, it felt like an eternity.
Vicky Wall looks like now she's going to Garner for this set of ball up. Shows again that beautiful leap on display down to Riddell. Free kick to the Australians.
Oh, yeah.
And Riddell send them forward once again. Riddell will kick it long. Garner's the target. She floated forward. Defensive work from Wall. Garner, Hodder's also lurking, always dangerous in these situations. To Garner, Morrison, the snap from the pocket. To mark at the goal
fucking
square.
grab.
Chloe Malloy.
It was great to see Chloe Malloy back in the game, of course, had all of last year off.
Sydney Swans superstar, point blank range, and steadies the ship for Australia.
Well, Nina Morrison, the 2-goal assist to start off this second quarter, and what a classy player and what a privilege as an Australian team to have Nina Morrison out on a wing. We know that's where she started her career. I'd suggest her best footy's inside, but there's such a deep Australian midfield here tonight. Unbelievable footy in the last 2-goal assists for Nina Morrison.
Just a beautifully structured player too, so aware of where her teammates are around the ground. But talking about classy players, Chloe Malloy, she's so classy in front of goal. With brilliant goal last year, and of course, 3-time All-Australian. Had her injury concerns the last couple of years. The Swans desperately want her up and firing this year. It's really good signs for her tonight already, moving really well.
10 months out after a second bout of back surgery, her first official game, and she is smiling. Great to see her back. Schultz, Georgie Prasparkas. To Riddell goes to ground.
Everyone's just tumbling
Diving
over.
in was Conti. And Ash McCarthy gets it inside 50.
Oh, yep, she's open. She's
Well
open.
done by Charlie Thomas. Well weighted pass to Morrison. Squares the kick.
Oh, God. That was
And that was just a little bit too much on her
That
overcooking. It was Harriet Cordner.
Oh, well, come back from
And
that.
again, good pressure there by the Irish to be able to force the Australians to make the error.
Bonnie Fitzpatrick kicks it in. Here's a chance. Oh, fumble. Dropped it cold, did McCarthy, and then tackled
dropper.
beautifully by Cordner.
Cordner might be lucky there. That wasn't called a dump tackle. Ash McCarthy's been so important for this Irish team. 9 disposals already early in this second quarter.
Wendy McDonough needs to get into this game. And a free kick from McDonough goes the way of Strong. So the Aussies will look to build from the back with another foray forward. Sharon's in the hand of the league's best player last year, Riddell. Flying Roberts. Timed it nearly to perfection. Oh, head clash.
What a
Turns.
crotch.
She
Fucking
is
hell.
a tough nut from Geelong. Straight into Tyler Hanks.
Another tough nut.
Not going to shirk that contest. Jeez, it was a great hit.
Strong down to Riddell, harassed off it by McCarthy. Aggressive for the footy on the wing. And there's no winner out of all of that. As the sun starts to set here at North Sydney Oval, it really is a picturesque place here in Sydney. Packed crowd, you love to see it. This first ever Australia versus Ireland representative game. Rowe gets a handball out for
Ooh,
Ireland.
that was a good bounce for her.
Sparkus to
Lucky.
Riddell. Looks to go inboard to Hoare. Links up.
Oh.
Look out. McKenzie is caught and run down holding the ball. And they want to take, you can see their intent. Ireland, they want to take off. It's going to come back to McDonough. He sends it inside forward. 50. Birch heads to it, no mark. Thomas was caught. Marinoff still alive here for Ireland. Paris McCarthy to Maloney. Gets on the right. Sends it to the teeth of goal.
Oh.
Again.
Good mark for that.
What an outstanding 12 months this star player has had. She did not play in 2024. Could not crack the formidable North Melbourne side. Got her opportunity last year, 25 goals and a premiership. She's lining up for a third. And she pops it through.
Nice,
And
good
the
kick.
Irish hit back.
It was a wonderful effort there by Blahaney.
Still anyone's
but
game
the
right now.
work
It's 3 goals in it.
Ash Maloney as well, to be able to get herself some space and be able to bring the ball back in towards the corridor. She's such a clever player, Maloney, but Bogue there just gets rid of one and then takes a contested mark from behind on the second player. A class act and just so strong aerially. Lovely little finish there, but she's causing the Australians all sorts of trouble in the back half of the ground. What a wonderful start for her tonight.
Might be one for Darren Crocker to start considering. Does he throw Libby Birch? Gillard's got Maloney, and I think that matchup stays. But do you throw Libby Birch to Bogue now that she's already kicked 3 goals?
Fitzpatrick can't quite beat Strong. Prasparkas goes without it, and Hanks is caught. Veronica Fitzpatrick with the strapping around her head. Obviously an early knock. Strong takes it out of the ruck. She handballs to Smith, to Prasparkas out wide, to her Geelong teammate in Morrison. Keeps it low, can Hoard trap it. She goes back, couldn't quite win it again. Well played by O'Shea. Now it's a loose ball. Marinoff fires out the handball. Strong, standing start, inside 50. It'll beat a couple and eventually roll over the line in front of Jennifer Dunn, the Brisbane Lions defender. Premiership defender, of course, Craig Starcevich, the senior assistant coach for Ireland.
No Irish ruck at all. Expect Matilda Scholes to take this and have a shot. She's joined late.
Oh, it was Fitzpatrick who applied the pressure on Scholes. Look out! Conti with a rundown tackle
Ooh,
on
that would've
McLaughlin.
been fucking
Squeezes the
mint if
kick
she got that.
forward. Penny numbers around this footy, and
Oh,
Smith
shit.
somehow emerges with it.
She
Sends it to
fucking
full
escaped
forward
of
for
it.
Australia.
Didn't do much with it.
Mark gets out the back. Kosh with the clearing kick. Every touch before it goes over the line it is, and Sarah Rose claiming it, but will be a throw in on the outer side. North Sydney Oval looking an absolute treat here this afternoon.
Tell you what, I've never seen a person so fired up than Sarah Rowe's father, Alan, who's in the crowd today.
He was good value pre-game, wasn't he?
Oh, he is pumped. Strong down to Prasparkas. How beautiful was that ruck work? Outside of the boot, it'll sit in the air. It flares past Roberts. O'Shea with the tidy pick-up. Out to a one-on-one. It was McKenzie up against Maloney. Maloney sees it over. Maloney, there she is, the star goal kicker, number 45 with the red hair. They call her Lingy.
She's getting into Nina Morrison to her teammate.
They
at
call her
Geelong.
Lingy.
We heard pre-game that in the lead up to this game there was going to be a bit of a conversation with them on the field. We've seen that now. Keep an eye on it.
Fitzpatrick up against Strong in ruck, who gives it to Morrison. She was tackled immediately by Gavin Mangan. Marinoff hooks it around the corner. A bounce inside forward 50 past O'Shea. Potter. That's a smart kick in the end, and Rose found herself in a bit of space. Wants to send it to the outer side. Oh, another big contest coming up. Smith is there for Australia. O'Dwyer back to Rose. Squeezes a kick forward. A bouncing ball in the middle of the ground. Gets up the back. Gay slaps it forward for Australia. Only as far as Martin. It's broken up by Birch. Maloney keeps it alive for Ireland.
No mark on that one.
Wonderful pick up at ground level. Keeps it alive.
Oh, fuck, she's still good.
Caught.
Okay.
They still search forward.
No, she wasn't tackled.
Australia with the numbers in the last line of defence. Coming through Lally. Gets a handball away.
Oh, unlucky.
Scrappy
Oh,
kick forward.
actually,
Dwyer,
Ireland.
Time, space.
Oh,
and
never mind.
goal!
Unlucky Ireland. Look at the fucking Irish.
Well, we've seen Uluru Dwyer do that many, many times
Oh,
for the
it's a
Brisbane
goal in
Lions, and I was
anyone's
very
game.
fortunate to be witness to that in her first 2 seasons of AFLW. But what a captain's goal, Cal. Perfectly timed, great spot, and shows all his footy smarts. She's been in the league now for a long period of time. She's a double premiership player. To sit in that spot is exceptional football smarts, and just shows her ability as an AFLW player and this captain of Ireland. Well done, Orla.
She's the first Irish woman to be named All-Australian. 8th season in the competition. Her and Cora Staunton led the way, and Lauren Arnouille won a premiership alongside her at Brisbane. So they peg one back, and it's just a kick in an entertaining clash. It has lived up to all the hype, everything we'd hoped for, and a scrap in the centre. Can anyone clear it?
I will declare my bias towards Matilda as the former Port Adelaide senior coach, but I'd suggest if she can get inside stoppage here and break up play, the Irish are starting to get on top here at stoppage.
It's a throw, free kick to the Aussies. Marinoff wants to go on that trusty left, puts it out in front of Roberts.
Oh, what a
Beautiful,
mark.
exquisite delivery. The West Coast Eagles star
Shit, West Coast
oozes talent.
Gonna back herself in here. It's not a true 50. This ground is really short.
She's got a delightful kick on her too, Ella Roberts.
From Margaret River. One of the stars of the AFLW. She's just going to hang it out. It slews off the side of the boot. Player went down,
Pushing the
Randall.
back.
There's a whistle, and the umpire says, yep, free kick to Australia. Randall's going to line up for her third.
Can't be getting away with those
And it
ones.
goes against Kaylee Cronin.
Well, there's no doubt I've mozzed Ella Roberts with that kick, but this is the balance for Ireland. I think if
So this should be
Australia
a
can
third.
regain contested possession inside and be more direct and put the ball up in the air in their front half, it's going to be very difficult for the Irish defenders who are undersized.
Well, like Kangaroos premiership teammate Bogue's got
Could be
3
a
up one
third,
end.
it is.
And she replies
It's their third.
with 3 up the other. Back to 12 points.
Well, when Australia's able to just slow the game down and keep the ball in a kick mark passage of play, they're able to maintain possession. We saw there the free kick that came out of the centre. Marinoff just put the footy in front of Roberts, who just let up. Her kick wasn't amazing, but it's what happened downfield. Randall, the free kick was soft, but she knew the contact was coming. She went to ground, played it perfectly, and when she's that close, she's going to finish.
We saw all of that in the Harvey Norman replay. Talia Randall with 3 goals. And a teammate up the other end in different colours. Well, he and Bogue also with the 3 majors. Australia 6-6, Ireland 5 straight. Accurate in front of goal. Australia, though, with more scoring opportunities so far. Back in the middle we go. Strong with a tap down to Riddell. Quick hands back to Strong. Jams it on the boot. Inside forward 50. Kearns from behind. Crash the contest. O'Shea toe pokes it forward. O'Dwyer left it behind. McCarthy, Garner over the top of her. And the umpire's letting it play a little before calling for a ball up.
Strom asserting her dominance as well as the All-Australian ruck from last year. 12 disposals and 4 clearances.
Randall. O'Shea there. Of course, Kangaroos teammate. Toe poke off the turf. O'Dwyer with a fumble. And it comes out. This is O'Dowd. Up in the air it hangs. Knocked down. Gordner. Happy to see it over. Got that match up with Maloney.
We've seen some really beautiful off-the-ground pickups from the Irish in the Gaelic game. The difference between the men's and the women's game, the women are allowed to pick the ball up off the ground as long as they're standing up when they do it. So they've learned naturally how to be really clean off the deck, and we're seeing that on show when the ball's in play.
Fuck, that was
Out
a
of
good,
the air
a
there
lot of a kick.
from Rowe towards McDonough. Was she held? Fitzpatrick. Anya thinks she was. Anya stripped of it again. Anya McDonough trying to get involved in this contest. Here's Conan handballing it over the top. Riddell into the centre. Hotter. Now she's got
this is
pace.
going to be a good
She
passage of
wants
footy.
to take off. She's got Conway.
Oh.
Centre half forward. They're
She
flying
got- she got no
forward
one.
for her. And
Oh.
spears it down the throat of Randall, who will line up for her fourth.
The game doesn't
good
get
footy.
any better than that, Cal.
Fuck, she gonna go for a
Conan's
fourth?
decision. She had a lot of front-on pressure, took time with the footy, Handball released to a teammate out of the back half, and wow, Courtney Hodder to Sophie Conway. We've seen that before.
This
And
has
a
been some
delightful
fucking
kick from Conway.
quarters of the men's
Talia
game.
Randall, who has been the dominant forward alongside Raheem Bogue in this game so far.
Two-time premiership player, two-time North Melbourne leading goal kicker for the most on the ground, keeps it low.
Oh, she's
And
got it
accurate.
again.
Back out to an 18-point lead.
Again, just some really brilliant work from the back half there. Just set up so nicely. The little outside kick too to Hodder that was running through to the corridor. Of course, a couple of Brisbane Lions, and of course, Conway knows exactly where a former Brisbane Lions teammate in Talia Randall was. Even Randall gives her the thumbs up and says, thanks, mate, thanks for the pass. She knew that she was close enough. Kept it nice and low. Beautiful finish.
She's a remarkable story, Talia Randall. Didn't kick a goal until her 5th season in the AFLW. Of course, started her career as a defender before moving forward. Now has over 80 goals
That'll do it.
to her career, and 4 today. So played in a couple of losing grand finals as well before finally tasting premiership success with North Melbourne. Back in the middle we go, Riddell. Need to go back to Strong. Got a handball away. It works out to Hodder as Morrison in support. That's a high up and under kick, a tough one to mark. Look out, Gunner!
Oh shit.
In the end, she was the only one who really went for it.
Oh, number 7, she's fucking filthy.
Well, the Australians displaying a lot of patience for each other and good balance at stoppage. I think they've realised that if they can win the hit out or lose the hit out, if they can get first hands underneath and drive through and release handball, that's really starting to work for them to get clean possession going inside 50.
The 8-time All-Australian and captain of this Australian side sends the kick on its way. And she gets herself a captain's goal.
Just piling on now.
Disposal for Jazz Garner. It's her first goal for the game. She just had all the composure and
So
the work.
4 goals?
A
4 goals up
hospital
now?
kick, you don't like to be underneath those laws, but when they do come, you know who you want underneath it. And Jazz Garner, we spoke about the work that she did nice and early, of course, the first goal kicker in this competition, premiership player, but just the way in which she's taken her game to another level as the captain of North Melbourne as well. Work rate, phenomenal. Leadership has just grown extraordinarily. 8-time All-Australian, just a wonderful athlete in this competition.
And for those new to the game, she's probably most known for being the best player in the competition to have not won the league MVP.
Surely that's to come this year, Kel. Surely.
That brought
Said it for how many years now?
I think her teammate Ash Riddell might have something to say about that.
And Ash Riddell, of course, the competition leading best player.
Oh, look at the leap on Schultz to Hall, free kick. Mean Hurl is one of the other captains, the Melbourne captain, premiership player, star at the comp, spotted Zippy.
Oh.
Rather, it's Hanks. Hanks goes out wide, Charlie Thomas. She's looking, she's hanging it up in the air, setting it there for Roberts. And West Coast Eagles teammate, quick snap from Garner.
Nah.
A very close eye
That'd
down
be
for
a
a
nice
ground
goal,
level team on Georgie Pressparkers from the Geelong Cats. She spent the last 4 or 5 minutes in the rooms after copping a knock to the throat. So she's being assessed by the medicos at the moment. Obviously, the aim of today is to get everybody unscathed through to round 1. So we'll keep you updated.
Absolutely. Thanks, Loz. Round 1 kicking off next Sunday with a doubleheader at Marvel Stadium as Cronin restarts play for the Irish, and as far as Conan to Riddell, back to Conan, over the top to Hanks, wants to slap it onto Birch, had a little fumble, and then it's a turn tackler. It spills to O'Dwyer, scraps a kick forward, but she's turned it over. Cordner.
And the pressure on that kick has just come from the contact the Australians have been able to apply in the last 5 minutes or so. Irish got no space at the moment. Can't get their hands on the footy cleanly either.
Australia playing a bit of tempo footy. Ball called to play on now. Plays it inboard to Conan, who wants to continue the switch to the outer side. Ball applying a bit of pressure on Thomas, good enough to take the mark. And balls out into the path of Birch, a couple of fumbles. Look out, Malloy comes in with a big bump. Birch got her kick away. It's turned over as Jennifer Dunn stands in the way. Who's famously won an All-Ireland title and an AFLW premiership in the same year as she sends it to a contest. Almost turned it over to her teammate, and Brie Conan, who turns tackler and locks things up on the outside.
Bree's parents.
The free kick, sorry, to Brie.
Bree's parents here today. Lauren Arnell, she sends it inside 50, slip through the hands of Roberts. They've driven down from Magnetic Island. Squirts out the side to Conway.
Shit.
Sophie Conway with some boundary.
Fuck, what a goal. Fuck, 30
Well, we know
points.
Soph loves a goal celebration, and she may not have one better than that right in front of the stand there. And Brie Conan's pressure inside was important. You mentioned her parents, Terry and Rob, and her new husband, Luke. What an exceptional play there from Sophie Conway. The snap was very comparable to Blaheem Bogues earlier in the game.
And speak of the Conans, their other daughter is playing for the Aussie Diamonds today.
You're going all right if you've got one playing in the Com Games, Kara's goal shooter for Australia, and Bree's lining up here for Australia v Ireland. The first ever international game of AFLW.
Do you send one parent there and keep one parent here?
Oh no, Bree must be the favourite because they drove here.
Australia out now to a new game-high 31-point lead in the middle. Scholes.
Schultz, he just hold the ball.
Donna and a play at it.
Ooh, little spin.
Hanks. Now it gets out to O'Dwyer. There's a player down in the middle of the ground. It looks like it might be Anya McDonough. So we're just going to hold play here.
Something or an arm? Or a
Can
leg?
you see from ground level, Loz?
She's in a clear amount of discomfort, as you can see there right in the middle of the ground. Anya McDonough appears to be grasping her right elbow. So maybe an arm, elbow. It doesn't look like a shoulder. So she's in the hands of medical staff at the moment. Halftime could come at a nice moment for her as she just makes her way from the ground. But clearly very, very distressed, Anya McDonough from the Hawks.
Yeah, thanks, Loz. These are definitely the scenes we don't want to see in any kind of representative match with the season starting in a couple of weeks. Hawthorn play Melbourne on a Thursday night clash in round 1 in just under 2 weeks' time. So Anya McDonough heading to the bench, and we'll get that right arm or elbow looked at. It certainly doesn't look too good. So she'll head straight down to the rooms, and we'll give an update when we can. Meanwhile, players restarted. Long kick inside forward 50 for Ireland. It's off hands. Looking at ground level, Bogue again. She's already got 3. So almost kicked it and turned it over to her premiership teammate, and Libby Birch. Forward to Scholes, Conway in close confines. Lally wraps her up and is going to get rewarded.
Yeah, great reward for effort there. And a really good reset here by the Irish after McDonough's injury. Really good to get that forward 50 entry. Just the pressure there to extract the free kick.
Ola Lally, she played in Meath's maiden All-Ireland Championship before turning her attention to the AFLW. 37 games under her belt. Only played 7 games last year before a bit of injury trouble. Here she is from the pocket. She's just hooked it.
That's no good. It's unlucky.
First blemish for Ireland this afternoon. Australia
Well,
still with a
only behind, so that's pretty good.
32-point lead. As the lights start to take full effect here at North Sydney Oval, a wonderful crowd packed in to witness this historic representative game between Australia and Ireland. After the Australians led by 12 points at quarter time, they've come out and made a bit of a statement here in this second quarter. Fans loving what they're seeing at the moment.
All right.
So it's half-time here at
half-time.
North Sydney Oval. A dominant quarter from the Australians. They lead 9-7, 61 to 5-1, 31 at half-time.
Plus, you were back home for that draft.
Oh, wait, we don't get the... Yep, okay. Replay, so I guess we'll go fuck ourselves for that interview. Yeah, that's half-time. 61-31. 30 fucking points in it. No good to see McDonald injured at the start of the season, but we'll see how she pulls up through. Alright, so we're back. It's been 2 days because I had to go to the women's NRL Magic Round here in Wagga. But 61-31 Australia way at half-time. Let's see what else these girls are capable of.
Breaking win. Obviously hope the Irish can replicate that.
Hopefully no more fucking
For
buffering.
sure, I hope after Mayo wins the All-Ireland for the first time in 75 years, I'm sure we've plenty of Mayo spared out there. So yeah, it's been a brilliant week at home, and yeah, hopefully the Irish can go hard in the second half and catch back a few of the goals.
Let's hope for a good second half. One of these two will present the medal.
Thanks so much, Loz. Great stuff. Great to see Cora Staunton as well back in Australia after the celebrations continuing over in Mayo. No doubt a few people tuning in to watch tonight's clash. So second half underway, Maloney crashes the pack hard. Couldn't quite come down with a mark. Lurking is Riddell. And she was caught.
So far, it has been a good game of footy, though.
It was amazing,
I'll give it that.
Shiloh, what Cora Staunton mentioned. There's 46 Irish players on AFLW lists at the moment, 8 premierships, 9 All-Australians between them. There's also been 30 more players who have come across from Ireland and represented the AFLW. That's an extraordinary number.
It is pretty phenomenal. A couple of captains in there too, Jess Club captains.
Certainly is. Here's Rowe, a chance for Ireland. Sends it to a dangerous
Oh, shut off the
position.
boot.
They decide to just soccer it out of midair.
Playing a bit
Free
Gaelic,
Ferg,
aren't
a
we?
little fun, but hotter. Also, never takes a backward step. Gets a handball out. Morrison.
Oh, nice.
From Malloy. Hand pass.
Oh, not that nice. Never mind.
Favoured
Spoke too soon.
Garner. Ball to be won in front of the 2 benches. It's going to be a lasso free kick going the way. We're just going to have a bit of a chat about... No, it's free kick for a hold, in fact. So it's going to be an Ireland free kick going to Sarah Rowe.
Of course, Sarah Rowe, she's a veteran of
What a
this
leg.
competition.
Sends it to a contest at half forward. It's off hands. It does roll out of bounds. Sarah Rowe, the 31-year-old, also won a premiership
Not
with
a bad
A-League
leg.
Central Coast Mariners last year as well. She was Collingwood's best first player back in 2019, third in their best and fairest in 2023. But she's a tri-code athlete. And Sarah Rowe, very, very talented woman.
This close to playing for Ireland at the World Cup in the soccer as well. So phenomenal athlete.
Yeah, representing Australia, rather Ireland in soccer. And now here tonight.
She's been here that long. Keller could probably claim her.
Yep. The Irish need her here in this second half.
Oh, what a
Lovely
mark.
taken by O'Shea. Out wide, looking for Rowe.
Where the fuck's she from? Yeah, right, never mind.
Going back, here goes Rowe.
We move on.
Ball's over the top, no one was there. Fitzpatrick. They're on Fitzpatrick. Now Schultz. Can anyone bring her down?
We're seeing,
This ball up.
we're seeing behaviours from the Irish players tonight that we don't normally see in the AFLW. They're doing things differently, little taps forward, they're positioning themselves differently. They're playing a very different style of footy than they're accustomed to in our competition.
Cairns.
Wonderful tackle.
Potter. And we'll go again.
The style of footy in this third quarter is more on Ireland's terms as well. We've seen a large majority of this game in Aussie's front half, but Irish setting up the wall nicely.
Morrison at the back of the pack. Thought about the handball, instead drives it to a one-on-one, and Malloy. Beautiful use of the body. Read it best, and then the delivery. Oh, was she taken high, Randall? She could have received the free kick. There was no
that a
whistle.
throw?
So a little let off here for the Irish as they look to set it up from the
Oh,
line. And Neve McLaughlin's
chip, didn't work out.
kick eventually gets there to Fitzpatrick. Her little dinky one goes out wide.
Yeah, that's not good footy right there.
Comes unstuck. Riddell pressured by Maloney.
It's too much pressure. Just rushing.
Marinoff rips it out. Scholes is involved. And now Fitzpatrick. Paula O'Dwyer can't set something up. Morrison. Ree Conan. Look at that, the composure. The Brisbane Lions premiership captain to find Marinoff. On the left, spears it in. Didn't quite take the mark, Zippy Fish. Paula O'Dwyer, the skipper. And it'll be a free kick going Australia's way, out of bounds on the full.
You notice that strapping on Anya McDonough's right elbow, guys. I spoke to Team Ireland. They're pretty confident it was just a bit of a jar. So she looked very distressed, but clearly fine to be out there now.
It's good news, Loz. Great pressure on the mark from Maloney up against Gay. Goes in again and take 2. Finds Morrison by hand. Spears it down the line for Fish.
Morrison just quietly moving into the second highest disposal winner for Australia. She's been incredibly clean and smart with her decision making.
Fish kicked the first goal for Australia. Sends it inside forward 50. And McLaughlin, the captain of Gold Coast, is wrapped up. She's, of course, the first Irish player to captain an AFLW side. Scholes to Marinoff. Links up with Garner, and now Morrison. Conan under pressure, back to Garner, met heavily by Wall. McCarthy, she's also wrapped up, and we're going to have the ball up. So the rucks have certainly been an issue for Ireland at the moment. Scholes and Strong.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit how's it going?
Done in the ruck as well. We've seen Vicky Wall contest a ruck centre bounce as well. So they're certainly trying everything at the moment.
I'm enjoying their physicality, Jess. I think the way that they're trying to congest stoppage has worked in their favour for the most part, and Australia just need to drive legs from congestion here.
Scholes, beautiful down to Conti, and she steadies and spears it through.
That's how you fucking play footy.
Exhibition of Australian rules football.
Just ran straight through the pack.
Conti, just a beautiful read of the play, just knows when it's her moment, knows how to cut herself through traffic. You spoke to Loz about driving her legs. It's exactly what she did. I just was aware that she didn't have a lot of close checking there. She had all the time in the world. Mon Conti, you can't give her any time or
I thought it was
space.
behind. They hit that back post there, and I
She
didn't
will
quite have a
cut
good
you
look at
up,
it.
certainly in front of goal, in the corridor, just streams on
Fucking
in.
slotted
Beautiful
that.
finish from her.
And the soft hands from Scholes, we've mentioned, just to your point, you're alluding to Ireland's battle with height in this game, and Clara Fitzpatrick has fought exceptionally well, but Matilda Scholes, that ruck tap straight down Conti's throat is just a beautiful part of our game. Exceptional footy.
Certainly is. The 2023 league best and fairest winner, Mon Conti, getting on the score sheet strong with a tap. O'Dwyer feeds out a hand pass, looking for Dunn. Marinoff is also there for Australia. Hanks goes in and gives it to Smith. Driving kick forward for Australia. Malloy with a spoil in the end towards the boundary line. It goes over and out.
Read that really well there, Malloy. Knew the ball was going to go over the back, so just impacted the contest. Created a 50-50 rather than a turnover.
To see her back playing footy, and looking forward to seeing what she does for the Sydney Swans in the upcoming AFLW season. Ball flung back into play. Scholes palms it down. Hanks to Marinoff, squeezes a kick forward. There's a little spirally one towards Malloy. And on cue, she's going to get a look at the big sticks.
Oh, Ebony Marinoff, one of the premier midfielders of this competition since day one, and I know she's worked so hard on her kicking, and just that quick one step kick to the advantage of a leading forward, and she knows Chloe Malloy exceptionally well, and Malloy front position, quick off the mark. It's nice to see her back out there.
Certainly is. She's had her injury troubles over the years. Kicked a career best 19 goals last year. 3-time All-Australian, 4-time leading goalkeeper.
Gotta stop this, surely.
And the Sydney Swans is Chloe Malloy. If she trots in.
Oh, unlucky.
Just couldn't quite
Unlucky.
sneak it through.
So Ebony Marinoff, 14 disposals for the game, 6 in this quarter alone. So we know it's
Six
on
in
the
this
bench.
quarter, oh,
There's a
shit.
fair bit of rotating going on, but they're great numbers. Marinoff in this quarter.
Neve McLaughlin brings it back in, and that was a little
pushed back?
reckless from Vogue. Crashed into the pack late on Strong.
Done well to get away without a 50-metre penalty here too, I would have thought.
Strong up towards Schultz. Oh, Matilda's moment. And dashing
Nice bounce,
away
nice
now
bounce.
is
Good
McLaughlin.
handball.
Handball
Oh,
into
good
the
corridor
centre of the
footy.
ground. Here they go.
Good footy.
Fitzpatrick gets it over the top.
Nah.
Chance for
Oh.
the kick is offline. Gavin Mangan.
Unlucky. That was a good fucking. That was a good play right there.
When they get a bit of space and they just know where each other are, and they just are able to put the ball to their advantage when they get some room.
It's corner for Australia in defensive 50. It's to a contest on the wing. Strongman from position couldn't come down with the mark. We're going to have a ball up on centre wing here in front of the two benches. Plenty of rotations being made. Dunn slaps it forward for Ireland, only as far as Smith. Dodges one, sends it into the centre square. O'Shea, Conti rips it away from her, then gives it to Fish. Off
Go on,
to
Zippy.
Roberts. He's back and board to Hoare. They continue to
Ooh,
link up by hand.
good grab.
Australia
Oh,
makes
shit.
That hand pass missed the target. She slaps it forward. McLaughlin overran the footy. Riddell was out of throw. Umpire didn't see it. Hoare caught, got a handball away. Irish defence under all sorts of pressure at the moment.
Straight to the chest.
Birch. She always is. Sets up so well behind the footy. Hands it to Hoare, her former teammate in the AFLW. Centres the kick. Scholes with the fly. Couldn't quite
She's
hang
having
on
some
in
good
the
luck.
end.
She's a fucking
We've got
tall
a
girl
ball
though.
up. She's looking dangerous though, Scholes. You called it earlier, Loz.
Dirty on herself there too for not taking it, I think.
Could be third time lucky. Had a couple of leaps.
You just wonder if that was part of the conversation in the Aussie
Yeah.
rooms at half-time. Put it up in the air, put it to our tools' advantage, and Randall's benefited from lead-up, but I think they can do more of the aerial work in their forward half.
Riddell, handball. Does get there to Fish in the end. She threw that. And McCarthy has battled hard all night. Aisling McCarthy, the Fremantle star. Conti scraps, strong, toe poke. In the end, handballs at Conway. What a goal she kicked in the first half. And that
straight to the fucking breadbasket.
Says, I want to get on the board and get involved in the action as well.
Well, Hodder's a small forward, but she never really plays like it, does she? She's just got such aerial ability, reads the play so nicely, got some early separation, and she's got so much pace. So the first 2 or 3 steps for her, she just creates that separation from her opponent.
She's an excitement moments player. Previously goal of the year and mark of the year.
Slotted. Fuck it, she knew it too.
Give me a bit of love, she says. It's about time.
Well, the Harvey Norman replay here, a great finish from Courtney Hodder and a wonderful build-up from the Australians. We know they want to play kick mark, and we've seen some link-ups from teammates in this game already. Conway's composure, knowing that she was by herself at the back of that contest, and Courtney Hodder's knowledge that Conway would be looking for her. She's so quick off the mark, so smart. Nice to see her finish one for Australia.
The Irish have lacked a person forward of the contest, and the Australians have just been able to hit to that space and just the quarterback release from behind the contest. So the Irish probably need to tighten up the backside of that contest, make sure that there's coverage all around.
Courtney Hodder coming off an All-Australian season for Brisbane last year. Back in the middle we go. Cronin takes matters into her own hands, runs to 50, bombs it to the goal square. Maloney the target. And great work by Cordner to bring it to ground. Gillard to Morrison.
Run to the boundary.
Miss Gay, a chance for Rowe from the pocket.
Nah.
As the kick
Oh!
home for Ireland.
Is that touched? That's going to be touched.
Just touched by Conway, I think, on the way through. Almost uncharacteristic error there, but it goes through for a minor score.
I really like that from Kaylee Cronin. I'm sure when she got the call up to play for Ireland, she wouldn't have been expecting Kel to be playing in the ruck. She's fought at a really high level as an undersized ruck, and that 450 entry was so dangerous for her team.
And then we played a handful of games, of course, for the Adelaide
Ooh,
Crows.
what a mark.
The Freo ruck. Out wide, Conti. Happy to see it over. So the last 6 goals have gone to green and gold. And a well-earned rest for Mon Conti, who has an incredible record. What is it? 7 of the last best and fairest she's won at Richmond. Oh, there you go.
7 or 8. We've lost count.
7 I've got. 8 all up. I'll give her an extra one. Clever tap. Bogue was there, and another clever tap on. Can they make something? They've got it inside 50.
Oh shit, she just did a split.
Good work at ground level by Dana Finn to lock it in. No whistle.
Play on.
Eventually the handball. And it's a great kick. Look at that. The skills have been magnificent. Malloy's involved. Over to Marinoff. She's going to put it.
Oh, wonderful.
Jen Dunn's head. And Randall says, thank you very much. I'll go back and see if I can equal my career best of 5 goals.
I mentioned earlier, just briefly, how hard Ebony Marinoff has worked on her disposal by foot, but our game doesn't get a lot better than that kick. To advantage, Randall leading out the back. All of the forwards were ticking back into space, and centimetre perfect from Noffy.
I'm not muted, am I? Oh, I've been muted the whole fucking time.
Set shot she's had all night, Randall, but she's had her kicking boots on. Just hangs it out to the right. First blemish for her this evening, Talia Randall. 4 goals, 1 to her name.
It's going to be annoying for me.
Cronin now with the kick-in duties for Ireland, and that is beautiful to Lally. Just a 6 games for Kaylee Cronin in the AFLW, but star in Gaelic footy. Kelly makes the kick around the corner. Well done, Cordner. Couldn't win it back for Australia, and off they go. O'Dowd looks to go to Rowe. McKenzie applying the pressure for Australia. Morrison crashes in. She's wrapped up by Wall and Rowe. They want a free kick for holding the ball. They're going to get it. A little window of opportunity for Ireland. It's going to be Vicky Wall to have the set shot at goal.
worked really hard there, the Irish, just to create the outnumber, put lots of pressure on the Australians with their head over the ball. They just hit the ball with speed, the Irish. They crack right in. They've got so much confidence, head over the ball. If they don't win it, and they've got the numbers, you're not going to get it out.
Out of County Meath, she's won 2 premierships for North Melbourne.
That's it, surely. North
2 in
Melbourne
a grand
premiership.
final in 2024. She can't sneak that one home as it slams into the woodwork.
That's very unlucky.
It's been really important for her team. Vicky Wall up to 5 tackles now and having a very physical influence on this game.
Chance here, Bedell's kicking, missed the target, but they're good.
Ooh!
To regather.
Like a juke.
Little sidestep from Conway.
Yeah, unlucky kick though.
Straight to Ireland. And this is Boyle Carr. Oh, she's kicked it to a 2-on-1, and the one was outnumbered in Bogue. Charlie Thomas, hung out for an anxious moment. Open the door here for Kearns. No one will stop her. Nothing gets in her way. A chance for Anya McDonough. She hasn't had her moment yet. Still they fight and scrap. Maloney toe pokes it. All O'Dwyer. She leaves it.
She got that? Has she got? No, she does not.
Offline.
We saw the pace there of the Irish just on display. She gave up about a 10-metre head start. The ability to impact the contest there, get to it first.
Sophie Conway, that was a shake off the boot.
That's so something.
Straight to Bogue. She's wrapped up, and we're going to have a ball up. Just the 2 goals scored in this third quarter, both coming the way of Australia. They led by 30 points at half-time. So Ireland with a bit of work to do. Dell's going nowhere, stripped of the footy. Going to do it all again. So Ash Riddell, she's up to 70 disposals for Australia, the leading disposal winner on the ground. For the Aussies, Ash McCarthy with the 15 for Ireland. Wall crashes into Hodder.
Fuck, now. Put the butt in the line.
Again, so too Hodder. Look at her eye, Vicky Wall. McCarthy bounces back to her feet. She's caught by Marinoff, and the umpire's going to ping her for holding the ball.
She wears her heart on her sleeve, Aisling McCarthy. And up to 15 disposals. Marinoff puts it out in front of Morrison. She needs a kind bounce. She couldn't get one. Kearns got in her way. The 2 Geelong teammates crunch into each other. Now Bogue. Is this a better build-up?
Unlucky mark.
Missing was Mackenzie.
Yeah, boys
out there. First, they had lots of practice games, but their first proper hit out for season 2026, and they're sucking in the oxygen. As we close down to 3/4 time, O'Dowd can't get it out. Morrison stripped of it.
Oh, she nearly got crunched.
Got it to Charlie Thomas. Umpire saw something, said free kick, Australia.
Probably could have high, I reckon, on that
Players
one.
out of position just naturally by the fact that it's a representative game. And Rachel Kearns, I'm wondering if Mick Stenier is watching and thinking, it's not a bad half-back decision here from Colin O'Riordan. She's read the ball really well from half-back.
Here's Cordner at half-back for the Aussies. Goes down the line with the kick. Is that a little shove? It was against Boyle Carr on Conti. Richmond superstar. And bomb it long. It's a 2-on-2 at half forward. Crichton had hands to it. Just couldn't come down with the mark. Then tries to slap it forward. Riddell close to the line.
Smother.
By Kelly. It's over and out.
Nice little smother.
A really good response here from Ireland.
Tell that to your fucking mother.
Had the jump on them coming into half-time, but I've loved the way they've responded in this quarter. Much more balance, getting much more depth in their forward 50 entries. Much more positive from them.
Shiloh Curtis and Lauren Arnell in specials. Fox Footy, your Saturday night special. Australia v Ireland. It was Australia by 12 points at quarter time after they kicked the first 3 goals in 7 minutes to set this stadium alight. And then Ireland hit back with the next 2. Australia stretched it out to a 30-point lead at 3/4 time. And they've kicked the last 6 of this contest to blow it out to a 41-point lead at 3/4 time. Randall has 4. Laheen Bogue for the Irish has 3. And Colin O'Riordan, the coach of the Ireland side, will have to come up with something special at 3/4 time if he's to get the visitors to get themselves back into this one-off contest.
That's 3/4 time. 75-34.
Dump for a B. Three, two, one. I'm back.
If you're watching in Bali, we send all of us. We send our best to you, a champion of the game. Here we go, Jess, with the final turn.
Australia by
All right, last
41
quarter. Let's see what
points.
happens.
Shoals
Oh,
with the
fuck! A
first
good
tap.
bump on it.
Poor. Sends it to half forward. McLaughlin breaking things up for the Irish, who want to start this final quarter with a little bit of intent. Try and give them something to cheer about in this final quarter. McCarthy trying to break free. She can't.
And, of course, Chelsea joining us on Fox Footy, Jess, this year.
I was going to ask you what she's up to
As
this
one of
year.
our
They need to fucking
experts,
learn.
along with Lauren Arnell and Taylor Smith, new recruit for the Swans.
Cannot wait for that. Here's a chance for Smith on the run. Just couldn't quite send it through. Only for a minor score.
Well, if we can't have Chelsea Randall on the footy field to just love and admire, well, we can have her in the commentary box. I'm very happy about that. A change up.
Can't wait for that. Here's McDonough on the outer wing for Ireland and hands it off to O'Shea. We know he's got some wheels under pressure with the kick.
Jeez.
Just dribbles to half forward. O'Dwyer, the skipper, sends it into the pocket and no one's there and it's going to go out of bounds. So the AFLW season kicking off next Sunday. St Kilda and Carlton under the roof at Marvel Stadium. Can't wait for that. 4 o'clock live on Fox Footy.
Up the
It all
fucking
starts
Saints.
again in
Up
the
the
AFLW.
Saints. Up the fucking girls. Girls.
Five double
Girls.
headers. The
Go
AFLW and the
Saints.
AFL competition. So exciting.
Flick back in. Schultz is there. St. Schultz wants to make her mark in this final term with a big mark or a big goal. Plenty of fans went out to training yesterday and all you could hear was the school kids yelling out Matilda, Matilda. Kelly into trouble. So back to Maloney. Now they got it to Neve McLaughlin. Flicks it wide. It's got to sit here. Goes to ground for Dunn. Australia with the numbers. Mackenzie into the centre, but it's all green jumpers. So McCarthy just leaves it for O'Shea. From centre half back, they go the handball to O'Dwyer. She's got the runners. Ashley McCarthy's been one of the best. She can't control it though. And another turnover and T. Smith's off. Gives it to Ella Roberts. Breaks a tackle. Back to Zippy Fish. Fish up towards Randall.
Oh, what a
Couple of
mark.
breaks at it. She's got it. Talia wants 5. She's got a big boot on her. She ignored the lead into the pocket. Instead, she goes up towards Gunner. One-on-one with Jen Dunn.
I'm game for the rest
She
of this
wasn't the
season.
bigger
This is how the
player in
girls are
that
going to
one-on-one
play.
competition, but she knows how to read a Sharon, and she can go back and start party time early here for the Aussies.
Just double back nicely on the lead there. She led and then knew that Dunn was going to have to react to her and drew the free kick.
Already kicked one tonight, the captain of the green and gold.
And Shankar.
She'd love to have that shot again.
Very unlike Jazzy Garner to miss a shot like that, but she's been dominant in this game.
Taylor Smith on the boundary for us. Tate.
Hey guys, I just listened into Colin at that quarter time break. He was just saying to the Irish girls, just you know what you got to do. It's in their hands now. And we saw they started that quarter really strong, and I think they've taken those words on board.
Cronin goes straight down the corridor from the kick in, but no one's there. Conti is for Australia. Hands it to Roberts, sends it inside forward 50. Kearns. Oh, look at the intent from Kearns. Might have given away a free kick. The umpire didn't quite see it. And she goes in again. McLaughlin. She's caught by Hanks. Gets a handball away. Kearns scraps a kick forward. McCarthy's been one of their best tonight. Handball couldn't find a
Down for the count. Holy shit.
It goes in.
Fuck, she's on here.
50. McDonough with a snap. Dribbles it to the face and slams into the post. Take us back to Vicky Wall.
That would have been a great fucking goal.
Love that. Love that. Oh, Ella Roberts is feeling every bone in her body right now, but to her credit, she was quick to get up and about. Garner leaves it. Hoare set upon.
Ash Maloney's been put behind the footy, so she's roving. She's moving quite deep as needed. Hasn't been able to get her hands on the footy too much tonight.
Roberts still up and going. Brilliant. That is a great exhibition of women's footy at its very best. The scoreboard might be one-sided in this final term, but Wall with the moment. Handballs over the top.
That's all that's going right there.
For Bogue. Bogue's a little unsure. Should she take
What the fuck? I thought that was not happening. Holy shit.
That's the Irish at their very best.
Does this game count for goal of the year?
Neve McLaughlin. So Vicky Wall set it up.
How the fuck did she manage to get this?
Over to Blaine Bogue. Back to Neve. That is the
Beautiful
best goal
fucking kick.
you will
Holy
ever
crap.
hope to see.
This is Gaelic footy with a Sharon.
Well, they warmed up with the Gaelic ball. We saw them out on the field. The Aussies were using the Sharon, and there are a number of Gaelic balls out there. If you can control that round ball, you can control our ball.
So cool.
That was great.
Neve McLaughlin. 6 goals in her AFLW career. It's definitely the best one that we've seen from her career, and I haven't quite seen anything like that. I don't think some of the passages of play out there from the Irish tonight. Out of the middle, Marinoff sends Australia forward.
Does that
Another
change
big
the momentum of the game?
back forms and collides. Running away with it is
Fucking
Kelly. Look out.
She caught that.
And Marinoff, as she does so often in the AFLW, lays another tackle.
Is that not a mark? Fuck off. Hang on.
Strom up against
Let's go back there.
You control that round ball, you can control our ball.
So cool.
That was great.
Is that not a mark? Was it not?
Neve McLaughlin. 6 goals in her AFLW career. It's definitely the best one that we've seen from her career, and I haven't quite seen anything like that. I don't think some of the passages of play out there from the Irish tonight. Out of the middle, Marinoff sends Australia forward. Another big pack forms and collides.
Oh, fucking idiot. I thought she kicked that.
Kelly, look out.
Jesus Christ. Put us on a fucking mark.
Marinoff, as she does so often in the AFLW, lays another tackle on Lally. Strom up against Dunn and Ruck. Dunn slaps it down, lurking as Roberts. Gets past one, feeds out a hand pass. Bogue, a long way from home. 3 goals for her tonight. She's stripped to the footy by Smith. In comes Fish. Riddell back to Smith. Under pressure with the kick. It's going to bounce inside forward 50. Conti has a couple of Irish to beat.
Fuck, mate, she's got some hands on
Slaps
her.
it forward. Wants some support.
Nah, snap, kick, got it. Nah.
Garner.
Didn't get it.
Again, misses another shot.
I can't predict the future.
Saw Ash Maloney involved
Even this game's
defensively
gonna
there.
happen.
She looks to have a very important role for her team. She started as a tall forward at centre ball up and almost rolling with the play to become a spare defender and then expected to get forward again. She's blowing up, but she's working super hard for her country.
Neve McLaughlin over the top. They work it up to the wing. Roberts, though. Marinoff, another touch to Schultz, who marks uncontested. Goes back, wants to go quickly. Smells a goal. And that is on the chest of Chloe Malloy.
Straight to the bread basket.
Nina Morrison deserves a goal.
That is where you fucking
And the
want
late
that ball to
inclusion
go.
is on the board. To go with her 17 disposals, it's been a night out for this cat.
And that was really clever work there by the Australians. Really stretched Ash Maloney. She had to make a decision about which of the 2 Aussies she was going to go to. They both held their width nice and wide. Maloney then ended up going to Malloy, but it was too late to be able to impact that contest. Morrison did the work as well on top of that. Great finish for her. Really good reward for Morrison too, the 17 touches tonight. She's now got a goal on the board. Wasn't picked in this game, and has just made her way in, and she's the sort of player. She's just an impact player, so consistent, wonderful footballer.
I've absolutely loved Nina Morrison's game. Good luck to whoever's deciding best on ground tonight.
I think it's the 2 coaches, I think. As North Melbourne take on Geelong in round 1 of the AFLW. Nina Morrison starting her year in fine form. Australia by 12 points at quarter time, 30 at the half, 41 at three-quarter time. And 43-point margin. Australia work it forward again. Conway could do a ripping goal earlier tonight. Conti also applying the pressure. And here is Finn with a mark in defence for Ireland. O'Shea. They could work it down the outer side. A great pressure on the mark from Fish. Ran into trouble, lost the footy. Morrison with the fend off, has Conway in support. Kelly with a smother. Ricochets back to Morrison, to Strong.
That is footy.
Again. And one of the best plays in the competition, Conti, just blazes away. And it rolls out of bounds.
How many she got now?
Big defensive pressure from the Irish there. I think Conti unlucky not to get a downfield free kick, but
That was a beautiful
poorly
smother.
timed rotation from the Irish. They got away with one there. I think it was Cronin that tried to make a rotation when they were up and going through the midfield, and
I thought it was a new tactic that we're going to go without a ruck for the centre ball up.
Twirling ball back into play. It should sit for Orla Dwyer, and she does. Kicks down the line. Big pack forms. Ireland with the numbers again. Birch with the tackle. Morrison with the handball. Over the top to Roberts. Quick hands. Marinoff. Good pressure coming either side. Still the Aussies go. Through Conti. Marinoff. Strong. Mucking around with it. No doubt now. A little toe poke. We see the Irish as they're getting tired.
Where the fuck she come from?
They're loving this toe poke. And it's coming off for them as Ashley McCarthy blazes away. There's no one home.
Why did one of them just go for the ball? What the fuck?
It doesn't. Ricochets back to Conan. She goes out wide. Overcooks it from Morrison.
Beautiful.
Finn, brought down by Morrison. And there's some tired players there. Dana Finn has been pinged for holding.
Another wonderful effort there by Morrison.
Riddell and Boyle stands in the way, stood her ground. Wall hands it off to the skipper and O'Dwyer on the left, sends it down the line. Two on one. Australia corner crashes into Birch. Hopefully they're back.
Beautiful run down the boundary.
Morrison meanwhile hands it to Marinoff. Handball's overhead, looking to go back to Morrison, and she's just possessed by O'Dwyer. That should have been a free kick for holding the ball. Fitzpatrick. O'Dwyer, was she tackled without it? Yes, so she will end up getting a free kick.
Just going to sense that fatigue level's really starting to settle in. It's been a chaotic game that the Irish wanted to play on those terms, but very much some fatigue setting in now.
Dwyer off to O'Shea inside 50 with a kick, a little free kick for a shove. And it's going Libby Birch's way.
I think if you're an AFLW senior coach or a teammate of the players out here, you wouldn't mind a little bit of kick mark. Avoid any cost of injury at the back end of this game tonight.
Chelsea Bedell, Adelaide Crows defender, down the line.
And there's been no doubt on the intent of the players tonight. No one's played soft at all given the season.
Oh, Roberts looking for Fish. He got a little shove, I think, and it'll be a free kick for Zippy. Get the opening goal of tonight's representative match. The Rising Star winner of last season. She is the future of this competition and delivers it on a platter to her teammate in Chloe Malloy.
That is heaven on a plate, that kick from Zippy Fish.
And it's heaven if you're Colin, but just not tonight.
Such good footy, and Sydney Swans fans will be very, very happy to be seeing that live. The connection between Zippy Fish and Chloe Malloy.
Chloe Malloy from one Rising Star winner to another. Chloe Malloy won it back in 2018. And she comes. And she makes an impact, Chloe Malloy. She's got 2 goals.
Well, the Australians just now working really hard. Probably that you spoke, Loz, before about the fatigue, the way in which the Irish play the game. They just attack the ball with intent, pace, hit it with speed, and you can see now some of that fatigue starting to play out. The Aussies just playing off the contest where they need to. They're able to use the ball laterally to get the ball out into space, get the ball into the hands of their really good ball users. Zippy Fish, none better than her. She's a beautiful user of the ball, reads the play nicely, and then to be able to put it into the lap of Chloe Malloy in front of goal.
I reckon the Irish coach, Colin O'Riordan, will be going up to Cochrane and saying, hey, get her off now. Get her off, she's done. She's mine. Sydney Swans. She's done enough, Chloe, in her first game back after 10 months.
Oh, fuck, you just slipped a bit of that.
6 minutes left.
Oh,
It'll be party time here for Australia. T. Smith from St Kilda. Riddell is the handball target. Strong slips over, coming in and making a contest of it. And doing well was Jen Dunn. She's had a good game.
Fuck, she just
And Neve
wanting
McLaughlin.
a fucking hell piggyback.
Can't break the tackle of Ash Riddell.
I feel like the Irish are probably just missing a couple of key position players. Of course, we've spoken about the ruck all night. It's probably there. Something to be able to offset some of the taller Aussies as well. Oh, Riddell wobbles it to Conway, who was taken over the shoulder by Kearns. So Kearns and Wall, a couple of the Irish tough nuts in this final term, are saying, it's not over yet. Conway will have a shot. She set this crowd into a frenzy with a boundary line stunner in the first half. Two-time All-Australian on the wing for the Brisbane Lions. Has she got 50 in her boot? Not quite. Garner's there. They're under the pump, the Irish. The clearing kick from Finn to a one-on-one contest. Well played there. The mark has been paid. That is a great mark to Amy Gavin Mangan.
Uses the run of Finn on the left down the line.
Nutmeg.
Past McDonough, just didn't get a friendly bounce. Bedella's there to mop it up for Australia to Gay. It goes down the line. Conway against Kearns again. Conway wanted another free. She didn't get it.
I think
Goes
Australia's
up,
pretty
played,
much
thrown back
got this in the bag.
The precautionary resting might be beginning down here, guys. Team Australia down. Another Ellie McKenzie from the Richmond Tigers to take no more part with an arm issue.
It was. I think there'll be a few senior coaches out there texting Colin O'Riordan as well, and Darren Crocker just saying, can you please rest my player? That'd be great. Thank you. Strawman ruck down to McCarthy. He's battled hard all night for Ireland. Hanks head over the footy. Finn trying to rip it away from her. Pause going nowhere. It does eventually spill out to Marinoff, who sends it to a dangerous position. Oh, again, look out. Randall was the target. Conti outside of the boot. Does she get the lucky bounce? Not quite.
It's been good to see a bunch of coaches from across the competition, senior coaches and assistants being involved in this process. So Reece Shaw out there earlier, working with the Irish girls. So really great that the whole competition has embraced tonight's game. It's been a great spectacle, so much excitement. Over 9,000 in the stadium tonight, 9,017. The vibe here is fantastic. Sydney's put on a wonderful event. Players have played great footy. It's been such a fun game to watch and call.
3.5 minutes of fun left. Smith sends it to the teeth of goal for Australia. It's knocked away from Ghana. Riddell's lurking. O'Dwyer, hot on her hammer. And it's going to be a free kick for a throw going to the captain, Ola O'Dwyer, who, as we've mentioned, was the first Irish player to win an All-Australian blazer. Two-time premiership star. Speaking of premiership stars, Brie Conan, the skipper of Brisbane, takes the intercept grab. Australia surges forward again. Conway couldn't complete the mark. Kearns crashes into her again. Running out of defence, Ireland. And this might be an opportunity. There's no one up ahead, though, for McDonough to work with. So they'll have to maybe get their handball game going. Here's Wall to O'Dwyer, goes over the top to Roy. Has to get rid of it quickly, and it's all come unstuck for Ireland as Bedell hands it off to Conan. From half-back, it's a wobbly kick down the line, only as far as Cronin.
So Cronin's going to send it back in the same direction. Chance for a late goal here. Wheeling around his row, and she finds a teammate, and it's Aisling Reedy.
We'd love to see that different style from Ireland. Obviously, the run and gun and the overlap handballs worked for them for a lot of the night, but Sarah Rowe finding a mark inside 50. Good footy.
So Reedy, who's just played a handful of games.
Oh, unlucky. Oh.
For Carlton, doesn't quite strike it how she likes. And here goes Zippy. Can they go end to end to put a bit of icing on the cake here? Marinoff keeps it in play with that trusty left. Up to a one-on-one. Conti. Clever handball, but couldn't find the target. Was looking for Conway. He's still going in hard with 90 seconds left on the clock. Scrap Another tackle for Marinoff.
Yeah,
Anyone
so is
stand
one.
out? Charlotte Curtis, Lauren Arnell.
No way they're
first
getting
on
fucking
ground at
another
this point
7
in time.
goals.
I really love Morrison's game, just the poise and the balance.
7, 8 goals in a
you know, just to
minute and a
create, I guess, an offset to what
Unlucky
Ireland's
Ireland.
got tonight. Loz, for you?
It's difficult to go past Talia Randall's 4 goals. I think they've all come at timely moments in this game, and it's been a lot of really good mids for Australia. And I thought all O'Dwyer and Eric O'Shea, in particular for Ireland, have stood up as well. But yeah, I think between Randall, Morrison, and then those high possession winners we've come to expect from Marinoff, Riddell.
Marinoff's had 11 tackles, 25 disposals, 9 inside 50s from Marinoff.
It's crazy. Actually continues to rack up the numbers.
And rack up the numbers when you've got the calibre of player on the field as well. Think about the different ball winners out there tonight.
Okay, trying to hold her hand
Roberts
now.
ran into O'Dwyer. Just found a boot in the end. O'Shea
Kindergarten body, dude.
close to the line off to McDonough. Nothing really for her to kick to except Reedy.
Well played.
She'll surge it inside forward 50 and had Dooley out the back, but Dell couldn't complete the mark. Stays alive for the Irish. Dooley goes over the top. Wall to the pocket. McDonald's worked hard to be an option at forward, and that ball is over and out, and it'll be a throw-in with 12 seconds left here at North Sydney Oval.
Hasn't been on your McDonald's night.
What the fuck? There's 12 seconds to go. Why are you buffering? You fucking slut.
She's come in as probably the big star player for Ireland. Western Fairest player, a winner with Hawthorn, and of course one of 3 Ireland All-Australians last year. Just has not been her night. Roberts as well has tried hard for Australia. The superstar she's been for West Coast Eagles. Australia by 12 at quarter time, 30 at half time, 41 at three-quarter time. And the women in green and gold make history. They make us proud. They're crowned the first ever champions of this international representative game.
Nice.
But it was AFLW footy that shone the brightest. Australia prevails by 50 points, 13-13-91 to 6-5-41 in front of a crowd.
Oh, fuck, never mind. Okay, well. Cool, well, there you have it. 91-41, Australia's away in the first women's Ireland versus Australia match. If that's the way the girls are going to be playing this season, I'm very keen to see how the women's season goes. Sorry, my dog's over there just doing something. Don't know what they're doing. But yeah, that's pretty much some good fucking tackles, some good hits and that. Some good kicks. Like that's pretty it was good footy. Anyway, I'll see you round 1. St Kilda first.